Today, we're going to explore some of the most valuable coins in U.S. history, the top 5 1-cent Lincoln pennies from the United States of America. United States. We'll be taking a closer look at their current market values, fascinating minting errors and special conditions, including the rare copper versions and unique color shades that have made these coins major stars in the world of coin collectors and investors. These rare treasures aren't just pieces of American history. They're also some of the most sought-after and valuable coins collectors are chasing today. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of American currency, this video is definitely for you. Welcome, everyone. Let's get started with our first rare and valuable Lincoln penny, the 1978 D. Lincoln cent, a small copper coin minted in the heart of America's industrial age. Might seem like an ordinary penny at first glance, but hidden within its unassuming glow lies a story of legacy, artistry, and the eternal dance between scarcity and value. Struck at the Denver Mint in 1978, this coin was part of the long-running Lincoln series, a collection that had already become legendary for embodying the American spirit. Yet among the billions produced, a select few possessed characteristics so extraordinary, so impossibly rare, that they become symbols of fortune, coins capable of transforming an ordinary collector into a millionaire overnight. When the Lincoln cent first entered circulation in 1909, it was a monumental shift in American coinage. The United States Mint had chosen to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president, on the 100th anniversary of his birth, marking the first time a real person appeared on a U.S. circulating coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured Lincoln's noble profile on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing abundance and unity. Though the wheat reverse was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial design, the spirit of Brenner's creation lived on. By 1978, the coin had become more than currency. It was a national icon, a piece of every American's daily life. The 1978 D. Lincoln penny was struck during a transitional era. America was wrestling with inflation, rising production costs, and debates about the future of its coinage. Copper, the primary metal in the cent, had become increasingly expensive. Yet, the Mint continued to use a traditional 95% copper and 5% zinc composition, a formula that gave these coins their warm, golden red hue and their enduring weight. The Denver Mint, marked by its signature D below the date, was known for precision and volume. But even in such massive production, perfection is rare, and anomalies born from tiny minting errors or exceptional preservation became treasures of breathtaking value. In the world of numismatics, condition is everything. While most 1978 D cents circulated until they were dull and scratched, a few were saved, kept untouched in rolls, sets, or vaults. These few coins, gleaming with untouched luster and perfect strike, are now considered jewels of American coinage. Under magnification, their details, Lincoln's beard, the sharp definition of the memorial columns, shimmer with crisp perfection. Such flawless examples, when authenticated and graded by professional coin services, can command staggering prices at auction. And it is those coins, the ones that defy time, that turn ordinary pennies into dreams worth millions. What makes the 1978 D especially enchanting is its bridge between eras. Just 4 years later, in 1982, the U.S. Mint would switch from copper to copper-plated zinc, forever changing the essence of the penny. Thus, the 1978 D stands as one of the last full copper generations, a final echo of the original coin's noble metal and weight. In that sense, every surviving 1978 D is a farewell to an age of true craftsmanship, when coins weren't just instruments of trade but reflections of artistry and value. Its metallic composition alone makes it precious, a tangible link to the days when America's pennies were literally made of wealth. The allure of this coin is also fueled by the human stories it carries. Imagine the hands it passed through: a factory worker's paycheck, a child's candy purchase, a veteran's pocket change. These coins have touched millions of lives, serving as quiet witnesses to decades of American dreams. And among them, the rare gems, the untouched, uncirculated pieces, have transcended time, gleaming as if they were struck yesterday. To hold one today is to bridge generations, to feel the pulse of the nation's history beating beneath your fingertips. Collectors often describe finding a 1978 D. Lincoln cent in pristine condition as a near-spiritual experience. It's the thrill of uncovering what the world overlooked, a glimmer of perfection hidden in plain sight. And for those fortunate enough to find one with minting errors, a double die, an off-center strike, or an unusual metallic sheen, the value can skyrocket beyond imagination. In today's coin market, where rarity and condition intertwine, even a humble penny can become the golden key to fortune. The Denver Mint's 1978 production also carries its share of mysteries. Over the years, a few specimens have surfaced with unusual coloration or luster, leading experts to believe that minor alloy inconsistencies occurred during minting. These variations, though minute, give some coins a richer, almost copper-gold radiance, making them visually stunning. Collectors prize these tones, seeing them a living reminder of how even industrial production can yield art when metal meets time. To truly appreciate the 1978 D penny is to understand its place in the grand story of American money. It represents the perseverance of a nation that built its wealth from humble beginnings, 1 cent at a time. Just as Lincoln rose from poverty to greatness, the penny bearing his face rose to become a symbol of hard work, hope, and endurance. And though it is the smallest coin in circulation, it carries the greatest legacy, that even the most ordinary things can possess extraordinary power. In today's coin market, the 1978 D. Lincoln cent has achieved near-mythic status among those who recognize its rarity in high grade. Collectors worldwide seek the coin's perfection, its untouched surfaces, its fiery copper glow, its bold D mark of Denver pride. Auctions have seen pristine examples fetch thousands in special varieties, especially with minting errors, climb into the realm of unbelievable worth. To those who hold one of these coins unknowingly, fortune may already rest in their hands, waiting to be discovered. There is a quiet majesty in knowing that a simple penny could hold such value. It's a story that transcends metal. It's about timing, rarity, and destiny. The 1978 D. Lincoln penny is proof that greatness often hides where least expected. In its modest copper shine lies a fortune waiting to awaken, a silent promise of transformation. For those who believe in luck, history, and the magic of preservation, this coin is more than currency. It's an artifact of fate. So if you ever come across a 1978 D. Lincoln cent, don't overlook it. Examine it closely. Let the light catch its surface, and feel the weight of nearly half a century of history in your palm. This coin, once worth a single cent, carries the power to rewrite fortunes, to whisper from another age that even the smallest things can hold unimaginable wealth. The copper may gleam softly, but its value shines brighter than gold. A coin that can indeed change your life overnight. Next up, the 1980 Lincoln penny, struck without a mint mark, might appear at first glance to be a small, everyday coin, something so common that most people wouldn't think twice before spending it. Yet hidden beneath its simple copper sheen lies a legacy of American history, artistry, and silent power. This coin, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, holds more than just 1 cent of value. It holds the final echoes of an era when coins were crafted with substance, meaning, and beauty. Among millions of pennies, a few have survived in perfect condition, and within those small circles of copper lies the potential to alter fortunes overnight, coins so rare and extraordinary that they become treasures of unimaginable worth. To understand the story of the 1980 Lincoln cent, one must travel back to the early 20th century. The Lincoln penny first appeared in 1909, created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first American coin to bear the portrait of a real person. The design was revolutionary for its time. Lincoln's humble yet determined profile faced rightward, symbolizing progress and resilience. The obverse bore his portrait, while the reverse originally displayed 2 wheat stalks arching gracefully, representing prosperity and unity. By 1980, the reverse design had changed to the Lincoln Memorial, a fitting tribute that allowed Lincoln to appear on both sides of the coin, a unique distinction in U.S. coinage history. The 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny was born in a period of economic change. America in the late 1970s and early 1980s was battling inflation, industrial shifts, and rising production costs. The price of copper, the main metal in pennies, had climbed dramatically, pushing the mint to consider new alternatives. Still, the 1980 cent remained faithful to its origins, made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition that gave it that warm, reddish glow that collectors adore today. Little did anyone know that just 2 years later, in 1982, the mint would abandon the copper composition for a cheaper copper-plated zinc version, forever altering the soul of the American penny. Thus, the 1980 Lincoln cent stands as one of the last true copper coins, a relic of genuine substance in a changing world. Coins minted in Philadelphia in 1980 bore no mint mark, a quiet hallmark of the nation's oldest mint. But among the billions produced, some pennies emerged with extraordinary features that set them apart. A few were struck with unusual clarity, mirror-like surfaces, or slight die variations, making them object of fascination for collectors. Others, preserved untouched in rolls or sets, retained their luster, shimmering like drops of molten copper. These are the coins that now fetch astonishing prices in the market, commanding thousands of dollars from those who understand their rarity and beauty. There's something profoundly poetic about the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. It bridges two worlds, the traditional craftsmanship of early American minting and the modern efficiency of mass production. It carries within it the artistry of Brenner, the vision of Lincoln, and the weight of a century of history. Every ridge, every curve, and every letter on its surface tells a story of endurance. While the penny has often been undervalued and overlooked, the 1980 cent reminds us that even the smallest things can hold immense power when preserved with care. Collectors and historians alike regard this coin as a silent treasure. Those who were wise enough to save uncirculated rolls or proof-like examples from that year are now witnessing their patience rewarded. In pristine condition, known in the grading world as MS, 67 or higher, the coin's brilliance can rival that of gold. Its perfectly struck features, glowing copper color, and lack of blemishes make it irresistible to collectors who recognize that scarcity isn't just about how many coins were made, but how many survived imperfection. What truly makes the 1980 penny magical is the human story it carries. It's circulated through an America of promise and change, passed through the hands of dreamers, workers, and visionaries. It jingled in lunch counters, vending machines, and pockets during an age when every cent mattered. To hold one today is to hold a piece of living history, a connection to the ordinary lives that shaped the extraordinary story of a nation. Each scratch, each preserved glow, each imperfection tells of countless journeys across time. And then there are the rare varieties, coins born of minting anomalies that now command staggering sums. Some 1980 pennies show double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, accidental quirks that make them one of a kind. These unique features turn a 1-cent coin into a masterpiece of metalwork, valued not for error, but for individuality. In auctions and private collections, such examples can sell for thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, proving that luck favors not just the bold, but also the observant. The coin's copper composition gives an intrinsic warmth, both literally and symbolically. Copper, one of Earth's most noble metals, was once so valuable that hoarders in the late 1970s melted pennies for profit. Its reddish shine stands for endurance, prosperity, and timelessness. To many collectors, the 1980 Lincoln cent is more than just a penny. It's a statement of continuity, a final nod to a bygone age when value wasn't just printed or digital but struck in pure metal that could outlast centuries. In the modern coin market, the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has quietly risen in esteem. While ordinary worn examples still circulate, mint state specimens, particularly those with rich red toning and perfect strike, have become sought-after treasures. They are tangible reminders that true worth isn't about denomination. It's about condition, rarity, and story. Collectors cherish the idea that what was once dismissed as spare change might now hold the power to change one's life overnight. The power of this coin lies not only in its potential market value, but in its symbolism. Lincoln's portrait, etched with quiet dignity, still inspires courage, honesty, and perseverance. The coin bearing his image continues to teach a timeless truth. Greatness often hides in simplicity. A single penny, when seen through the eyes of history, can be worth far more than gold. So if you ever come across a 1980 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, don't overlook it. Hold it up to the light. Watch the way its copper gleams. as though it carries within it the fire of America's past. You might be holding not just a coin, but a fortune. You might be holding a bridge between eras, a token of a time when every cent was made with heart. And who knows, that small circle of copper could be the key that unlocks your destiny, a reminder that even the humblest coin can hold the power to change your fortune overnight. Next up, the 2002 D. Lincoln penny might appear at first glance to be just another coin in your pocket, an everyday piece of copper-plated metal, hardly worth a second thought. Yet behind that humble appearance lies a story that sparkles with the echoes of American pride, artistry, and quiet mystery. For those who know where to look, this small coin can open the door to a world of extraordinary value. Some rare versions of this coin, struck in the Denver Mint and preserved in perfect brilliance, have stunned collectors and historians alike with their beauty, rarity, and connection to the nation's numismatic legacy. To understand the importance of the 2002 D. Lincoln penny, one must first travel back to the roots of the Lincoln cent itself, a coin that began as a tribute to one of America's greatest leaders. When it was first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the United States broke with tradition by placing a real person on a circulating coin. The artist Victor David Brenner crafted Lincoln's portrait with care and reverence, capturing not just a face, but a spirit, one that symbolized honesty, courage, and the pursuit of unity. Over a century later, that same portrait continues to shine on every penny, linking the past and present in one small, enduring circle of metal. By 2002, the Lincoln penny had become one of the most recognized coins in the world. The design's reverse still displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of freedom and perseverance. Within its columns, the statue of Lincoln could be faintly seen, a subtle detail that made the coin unique. The Denver Mint, marked with a small D beneath the ear, produced millions of these coins, each struck with mechanical precision, yet carrying a touch of history. What makes the 2002 D version so fascinating is not just its design, but its unexpected allure in today's coin market. Among the billions struck, a few coins emerge as miracle survivors, perfectly struck, mirror-polished, untouched by circulation, and gleaming with an intensity that collectors call red copper brilliance. It's important to remember that by 2002, the Lincoln penny was no longer made of solid copper. Rising metal prices had forced the U.S. Mint, back in 1982, to switch to a copper-plated zinc composition, 97.5% zinc, with a 2.5% copper layer. Yet the magic of this coin lies in its illusion. That golden red tone still radiates warmth, still whispers a legacy of those older, heavier copper cents. And in rare cases, errors and anomalies, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or planchets accidentally made of the older copper alloy, turn ordinary coins into priceless treasures. Among collectors, the 2002 D penny has earned an almost mythic reputation for its unexpected high-grade survivors. Coins that remain sealed in uncirculated mint sets, untouched for decades, now gleam like tiny suns. In the modern grading world, pennies rated MS 68 or higher mint state perfection can command staggering prices. It's these flawless examples that transform pocket change into power, small circles of metal capable of changing a person's fortune overnight. To the untrained eye, they may look ordinary, but to experts, they are rare jewels of minting precision. Every coin tells a story, and the story of a 2002 D. Lincoln cent is one of endurance through change. It emerged during a time when the U.S. Mint was balancing history and modernity, preserving Lincoln's legacy while adapting to new technology and economics. The Denver Mint, renowned for its striking consistency, played a crucial role. Deep in its Colorado mountains, machines thundered and sparks flew, forging billions of coins. Yet within that ocean production, a handful of coins escaped with perfect alignment, perfect polish, and perfect beauty, miracles of metal that would one day captivate the coin market. But this coin's worth isn't only in its material form. It represents something greater, the American spirit itself. Abraham Lincoln's face, gazing steadfastly from the obverse, reminds collectors of his journey from humble beginnings to monumental greatness. Each penny bearing his likeness is a lesson in perseverance, a symbol that even the smallest things can carry immense value. This is why coin lovers speak of the 2002 D cent with reverence. It embodies not just economic value, but moral value, a quiet echo of Lincoln's unyielding honesty and faith in progress. As with all great treasures, rarity plays a role in its mystique. A few error coins from 2002 have surfaced that defy explanation. Pennies struck on dime planchets, doubled inscriptions, or unusual metallic tones suggesting experimental compositions. These anomalies, created by accident and preserved by luck, are the ones that turn heads at auctions. In an age of mass production, a mistake becomes magic, and a misprint becomes a masterpiece. Such coins can sell for thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, proving that even modern pennies can possess unimaginable worth. The copper glow of the 2002 D penny carries with it a warmth that no other denomination can match. There's something intimate about a penny. It travels farther, touches more lives, and survives longer than any other coin. A 2002 D cent might have passed through the hands of workers, artists, children, and dreamers, each leaving an invisible imprint on its journey. To hold one today, especially in mint condition, is to hold a piece of shared history, a tiny time capsule from the dawn of the 21st century. Over time, collectors have begun to realize that the 2002 D is more than just another year's issue. It's a symbol of transition, minted at a moment when America was redefining itself in a new millennium. Its copper hue, its gleaming edges, and its silent endurance remind us that progress doesn't erase the past. It carries it forward. And so, this coin, small yet mighty, continues to circulate not only through pockets but through stories, families, and collections that span generations. If you ever come across a 2002 D Lincoln penny with that deep, radiant copper red tone, free from scratches, shimmering as if freshly struck, don't spend it. Treasure it. It may seem like just 1 cent, but in the hands of a knowledgeable collector, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands. More importantly, it could be your connection to a century of history, artistry, and American spirit. For in that tiny coin lies a truth. Fortune doesn't always arrive in gold bars or grand estates. Sometimes it hides in plain sight, waiting quietly at the bottom of a drawer or in the palm of your hand. The 2002 D. Lincoln penny is proof of that. A coin that reminds us that even the smallest, most overlooked things can hold unimaginable power, and sometimes the key to changing your fortune overnight. Next up, the 1999 D. Lincoln penny is far more than just a sliver of copper-plated metal. It is a symbol of America's enduring spirit, a piece of art in miniature, and, for the fortunate few who hold the rarest examples, a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Born in the final year of a remarkable century, this coin carries both the weight of history and the promise of new beginnings. In its shining copper glow lies a story that stretches back to the early 1900s, when a humble 1-cent coin became an icon of American heritage. The 1999 D penny, with its D mint mark proudly standing for the Denver Mint, is not just another coin. It's a final whisper from the 20th century, a coin that bridges the old world and the new millennium. To understand why the 1999 D. Lincoln penny holds such power in the coin market today, we must first look back to the roots of the Lincoln cent itself. The story begins in 1909, when the United States Mint introduced a brand new design to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, a man whose leadership, integrity, and vision defined a nation. Designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, the coin's obverse featured a dignified portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse displayed 2 wheat ears curving around the words 1 cent. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and from that moment, the Lincoln penny became more than currency. It became a national symbol of humility and perseverance. Fast forward to 1959, when the reverse design changed from the wheat stalks to the Lincoln Memorial, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. For 40 years after that, the memorial reverse remained a familiar sight, standing as a testament to Lincoln's lasting influence. By 1999, that design was nearing its final chapter, as the Mint prepared to introduce a new design for 2009 to celebrate Lincoln's bicentennial. Thus, the 1999 D penny stands as one of the last Lincoln Memorial cents, making a coin of both historical and sentimental significance. The Denver Mint, where this coin was produced, has always been known for its precision and craftsmanship. Millions of pennies poured out of its presses in 1999, each bearing that small D below the date. Yet among those billions, only a handful were struck so perfectly, so cleanly, so sharply, that they would one day capture the attention of collectors worldwide. These few coins, often found in pristine mint state condition, glimmer with an almost molten copper sheen. Their surfaces reflect light like glass, their details crisp down to Lincoln's hair and coat. To hold such a coin is to hold a masterpiece of modern minting, one that can command extraordinary prices in today's coin market. The 1999 D penny was composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a change made in 1982 when solid copper became too costly to use. Yet even with that change, the coin retained its golden red brilliance, a look that fooled many into thinking it was made of pure copper. But what makes the 1999 D special is that some rare versions were accidentally struck on older copper planchets, left over from earlier years. These mistakes created what collectors call transitional error coins, coins that shouldn't exist but somehow do. Their rarity and mystery have made them legends, fetching unbelievable prices whenever they appear in auctions. Beyond the errors, the 1999 D also boasts an important double die variety, where the inscriptions or design details appear slightly doubled. These imperfections were invisible to the naked eye at first, but under magnification, they revealed a minting mishap of exquisite rarity. Such coins, though born from mechanical error, became works of unintentional art, reminders that perfection can sometimes hide in imperfection. Collectors today search relentlessly for these elusive versions, willing to pay thousands for the right coin in flawless condition. The historical backdrop of the 1999 D. Lincoln penny adds even more allure. America was on the brink of a new millennium, standing between tradition and transformation. The internet age was dawning, technology was reshaping daily life, and yet the penny, unchanged in size, weight, and design, remained a constant. It carried the image of Lincoln into the 21st century, as if to remind the nation that no matter how far progress took it, the values of integrity, hard work, and resilience would never fade. The 1999 D-cent was a farewell to the 1900s and a greeting to a new era, a coin that marked time itself. The Denver Mint's meticulous process gave these coins their stunning detail, but nature and chance gave a few their value. Coins that escaped scratches, wear, and corrosion are now jewels of the numismatic world. Those sealed and uncirculated mint sets, never touched by human hands, have become treasures. A 1999 D penny in mint state 68 or 69 red RD can command a fortune today, sometimes selling for thousands of dollars. To find one in such pristine condition is to discover a piece of history that gleams with untouched brilliance, a coin that quite literally holds the power to change fortunes overnight. There is also an emotional power that comes with the Lincoln penny, a connection to something deeper than its metallic worth. Lincoln's face, calm yet determined, has stared back from billions of coins for over a century. For generations, it has represented honesty, humility, and a belief that greatness can come from the simplest beginnings. The 1999 D. Lincoln penny captures that spirit perfectly. It reminds us that even in an age of digital transactions and virtual currencies, something as small as a penny can carry immeasurable weight in both value and meaning. Some collectors even call the 1999 D a coin of destiny. They believe that within its copper gleam lies more than monetary potential. It symbolizes good fortune and transformation. After all, this coin was minted at the edge of 2 centuries, at the moment where past and future met. Its production marks the end of one American chapter and the birth of another. And just as Lincoln himself rose from humble roots to greatness, this humble penny, worth 1 cent in name, can be worth thousands in the right hands. Today, the 1999 D penny continues to captivate numismatists across the globe. It stands as a bridge between eras, a final echo of the 20th century Lincoln Memorial design, and a herald of the bicentennial coins that would follow. It proves that beauty and value can be found in the smallest places, and that fortune often hides in the simplest things. For those lucky enough to own a rare 1999 D, it's not just a coin, it's a key to history, a symbol of perseverance, and a silent guardian of immense worth. So if one day you happen to stumble upon a 1999 D. Lincoln penny shining a little brighter than the rest, keep it. Don't spend it, don't dismiss it, and certainly don't underestimate it. It might be more than just a cent. It might be a rare jewel in disguise. For within that tiny circle of copper lies the power to transform your fortune overnight, an enduring legacy of a nation that believed even the smallest things could hold infinite value. Thank you so much for watching this video.